to win your match and move on to the next round. We are underway.
Yep, and so they'll be picking up a sword for this category, and the first thing they'll probably do is head to level 3. Both of these players are advanced players. So 100% got a significant reroute. Oh, it was like 2 years ago, and it was what JSR brought to the scene when he was new to Zelda 1, and so there was a lot of routing happening when that happened. And DM was actually somebody who helped improve that route and the route that I came up with for this category. So we got DM here, big contributor to improvements in this route, and RandomEffekt, who's been running this a long time too, ran it for AGDQ 2018.
It is RandomEffekt with the whole shot here as he clears the Dark Nuts first, but Dark Magician right behind. But note that Dark Magician's already down to 1 heart, so if he takes another bop from a Spike Trap or a Dark Nut, he'll be down for the count.
Yeah, he just have to watch himself, be a little bit careful here. They both cleared the first Dark Nut room, so the time advantage really isn't there yet.
So, for those of you who have never seen 100%, the aim is to grab all of the important items that are going to be permanent items. So you must grab the maximum ring, the maximum boomerang, the maximum candle. You don't have to get the magical shield because that is not a permanent item because it can get swallowed up by likes. And likewise for the potions, you do not have to get the potion. You do have to grab the letter, but you don't have to buy a potion because that is a disposable item.
Yeah, it's we just follow the basic SDA formula for determining what's necessary when the category was put together, and it was well before my time that happened. But yeah, so it's kind of a convenience, a contrivance in a way that we say that the shield isn't required. As a runner of this category, I'm glad it's not required.
Bullseye for RandomEffekt. Yeah. Down goes Manhandla. Nice shot.
Yeah, that was great. And DM's had to go back through the top chute to get the floor bombs. He's going to pick up this key as well.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate that he did not get any bomb drops from the Dark Nuts, which would have resulted in a reset, obviously, if we were doing the any percent attempts. But this is a race. You only get 1 shot at it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Speaking of 1 shot,
he missed
1 bomb, 1 kill. Oh, Dark Magician, come on, nail this shot. And bullseye! He doesn't get the bombs, though, because it was too clean right through the nose. But the important thing is Dark Magician is still alive and kicking.
Yeah, and it's no up and A, so he can't just kind of take a shortcut in the overworld. If he's going to reroute, he's got to walk it out if he goes to level 2 after this. And I'd hate to see him have to do that because it's very inconvenient. He needs to have that ladder when he's near 2 to get the heart container on the coast.
Yeah, right now, Dark Magician going to try to force a bomb or get lucky. Well, there's the clock drop, so we know he's on 3 on the global counter. So there's 6 for the blue Dark Nuts, and he gets on 10. Oh, that was 10 in a row for him. So what would have been a set of bombs there on 6, he loses out on because that was 10 in a row. What a terrible break. Luckily, he does get bombs on the 8.
Yeah, but he was killing in the right order still, so he's in good shape. And we got RandomEffekt in the breakfast room. He forces a bomb here, which is really important.
Yep, nice breakfast room there for RandomEffekt. He'll go ahead and get his ladder out of here. Dark Magician now entering level 4.
Yeah, and so both these players currently have 12 rupees. As part of the routing, they'll either want to get to 20 picked up rupees off the ground or 50. If they can't get to 50, they'll have to get an extra secret, which will cost them about 13 seconds. But having to spend time farming extra money is actually really time consuming. So if they don't make 50, they're not going to try to go from 45 to 50 probably. They'll just probably go straight for the secret, have that extra money.
Dark Magician here in the NSU room. That was a pretty well-played room. He was able to force a bomb off of the Vires there. Of course, to kill Vires, you either need the silver arrows, the magical sword, or to bomb them if you want to force some kind of drop, and Dark Magician did just that with the bombs. Fortunately, having a little bit of trouble with the pancakes here in this breakfast room, and then he gets bubbled there with the gels still in play there, so that's going to cost them some time. Meanwhile, RandomEffekt is on the Gliok fight, the two-headed Gliok fight. With the wood sword, it's 10 hits for the first head, 6 for the second. This is where you could potentially force a bomb if you wanted to. RandomEffekt decides not to. Very clean fight there. He's done with level 4 as Dark Magician picks up his ladder.
Yeah, it was a nice, clean dance for RandomEffekt. Didn't take many hits at all. In this category, the bomb force there, he had 5 bombs already. Not too critical. You could actually be okay leaving here with 0 bombs because you head to level 2 next. Could cost a little bit of time to not have the bombs, but otherwise you can get through level 2 just fine. Nice pumping.
Excellent screen scrolling there on RandomEffekt side here. As Dark Magician is approaching the Gliok fight himself, just has to get through the spike trap room, clear this room full of Vires, hope to get some bombs in the process, and then take on Gliok himself. There's a bomb drop, but he does lose his beams there as he did get bopped by the Vire, so he'll have the same amount of health that RandomEffekt had going into this Gliok fight. Let's see how he does.
6 hits and 1 in. Nice dance there. Hanging to the right of that head, very easy.
Great job. Good fight there. RandomEffekt goes into his Take Any Cave. We'll pick up the heart container. Now, you have to pick up all of the heart containers in 100%, so you gotta remove that muscle memory that you're gonna grab a potion sometime along the way if you're running this category. But of course, RandomEffekt, considering that he runs really good any percent no up and A himself, he doesn't need a potion, so he would have no muscle memory in getting the heart container. I would probably have problems because I always pick up a potion along the way.
Yeah, in this category, the place that these runners would most likely end up using a potion would be 6 and 8. But with a little bit of careful play, they'll be fine. Level 9's much easier because once I get to the red ring, it's just smooth sailing.
Absolutely, Eunice, because with the red ring, that quadruples your defense. Now, the blue ring is not required in 100%. You don't have to buy the blue ring and then get the red ring. You can go straight to red ring, and that still fulfills the 100% requirement. Nice screen scrolling there for Dark Magician. He'll get his heart container off the coast.
Yeah, he did the clip tech real quick, but he hung there and waited for that fireball to pass by, so it didn't hit him. Here's a tricky room right here.
Yeah, because you can't kill these blue gorillas with a single bomb because they have 5 HP. Bombs do 4 HP. Plus, they do 1 heart of damage every time you get hit either by its body or their boomerangs. Those boomerangs do 1 heart regardless of the color.
Yeah, and the formation in that room to begin with is not very good. So you saw that RandomEffekt placed 3 bombs on 3 different gorillas. There's no grouping up there.
So now RandomEffekt will try and bomb down these. Oh, he gets the atomic bomb on that 4-pack of gorillas. Nice shot there from RandomEffekt. Let's see what Troldongo does. Cooperates. Great level 2 there for RandomEffekt. Dark Magician now heading into level 2 himself. So RandomEffekt has a sizable lead right now, but anything can happen here because all it takes is RandomEffekt to take an unfortunate death in 6 or 8. Again, very difficult levels when you don't have any defense. And that would put Dark Magician right back in this race. So it may look like a nice lead for RandomEffekt, but it's not over until it's over.
And level 5's not free either. They will pick up a bomb upgrade at some point, but you still have you can't take damage from a bunch of blue dark nuts.
Right, because you're losing
Gibdos.
Yeah, because you're losing 2 hearts every time you get hit by a blue dark nut or a Gibdo, and with plenty of those to go around, as Dark Magician does get bananaed by the blue gorillas, but he'll get his magical boomerang, and he still has plenty of health to his name.
Yeah, he does a great job on that magical boomerang room. He kind of stepped away from. He placed a bomb and stepped away from a gorilla to let it, go through, run through its iframes, and that bomb to explode. That saves a second or 2.
RandomEffekt just needs a couple more rupees to get to 100. which would, of course, give him the opportunity to buy that bomb upgrade in level 5.
Oh, he'll be picking up the 100 secret up here in a moment. He'll also be picking up a candle.
And it's Dodongo time for Dark Magician. Oh, he does get Troldongo. I was just about to say he gets a favorable pattern, because that's the normal one where he kind of goes north, but then he dodged. That's a bad break for Dark Magician.
Yeah, DM placed that bomb a little bit high, and so when Dodongo turned down, that was unfortunate. But he got through, and the bomb situation here is just fine.
Yeah. So RandomEffekt does get his hundo secret here. He's got 198 rupees. Dark Magician would get to over 200, picking up the secrets here.
And Dark Magician entering his collection sequence.
Yep, that's right. As RandomEffekt is going to go ahead and buy his candle. Now, obviously, you don't need the blue candle. You can actually go to level 7 and pick up the red candle straight away. But because of the routes these runners are taking, they're going to go to level 8 before they go to level 7. So they're going to have a candle to burn the path to gain entrance into level 8.
Yeah, and moreover, it just loses time to try to get the red candle first. When you go to level 7, you want to buy that bomb upgrade, and you also have to have meat when you go there, and getting that kind of money without having a blue candle is actually quite time consuming. So it saves time to have the blue candle.
That's true, because without the blue candle, you can't get the 100 secret at the Dead Woods, and you also can't get the 100 secret near the coast.
Right, and there's something else that you have to have. You have to, you have to have the recorder to beat 7, and so when you're getting the recorder, we'll see RandomEffekt buys a bomb upgrade after this. And so you need the ladder to get that, and you need 100 rupees. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you have to do in certain orders in this category.
That was a pretty good Olive Garden there for RandomEffekt. We've got some hot breadsticks on the board. That was a very well-played room, and he still has 2 bombs left. You have to have at least 1 bomb left to get to the bomb upgrade room with the old man.
Yeah, and having 2 bombs means that he won't lose a menu when he places his last bomb, because he'll want to be back on his bombs.
That's quite essential indeed. And Dark Magician will pick up his candle. He had exactly 200 rupees. So now he'll be on his way into level 5, and I bet you'd like to have more bombs, especially when it comes to swordless randomizers. Bombs are critical, and these old men never appear when you want them to, and when they do appear, you're broke.
Yeah, the players are still identical on their funding so far. They both of them will want 10 more loose rupees by the end of level 1 to skip that 30 secret afterward.
Well, if RandomEffekt so chooses, he could opt to bomb some Zols, which are in the money-dropping group, but we'll see what he's got in mind.
Level 1 also has Stalfos, which are 5 rupee droppers, and he can work some counts in there as well.
Absolutely.
And since he went bomb after the recorder room, he has a truckload. And there he goes. He's got a bomb forcing or a rupee force there.
It's not every day you can force a 5 rupee off a Gibdo, but RandomEffekt did just that. This is the room where you can collect some fast cash if you didn't have the wooden sword, because not only do they drop money, they also drop a 5 rupee as the floor item as well.
Yep.
Dark Magician just got his bomb upgrade here in level 5, but he got the bomb upgrade before taking on the Room of Requirement.
Yeah, I think he was a little more comfortable with that. I like to get the bomb upgrade first myself, just so that this room is super free.
Of course, you always see a fairy after you've got full health, but I'll tell you what, that was a well-played Olive Garden. Hot breadsticks for both runners here. RandomEffekt taking down the Dig Dogger. He'll get his Triforce out of level 5, and we'll move on to the next board.
Yeah, and on his way backward, Dark Magician will have the Gibdo bomb available, so he'll go back up to 7. He'll be comfortable.
Yeah, the Fort Gibdo bomb, whatever bomb you like to call it here in level 5, that the Gibdos got consumed within its body. Of course, swiping it away from him is tough to do. They have 7 hit points, and again, you're losing 2 hearts. Unfortunately, Dark Magician getting a very unfavorable pattern from those blue dart nuts, so he's going to lose 2 hearts there. And this is a crucial grab. Nice job. He's able to swipe it away without taking any further damage. RandomEffekt about to pick up the heart container here on Candle Row.
Scrolls across there nicely. That screen scroll only saves time there if you execute it very well, so he did manage to save time with that.
Unfortunately, Dark Magician taking a bomb from that Gibdo. He's down to 3 hearts. He's going to play with the Dodongos here in the hopes that they cooperate and give him a bomb drop, which they do. So now Dark Magician back up to 8 bombs. Still has to be careful here. He's only got 3 hearts. So basically we're at any percent strats at this point, because after the Room of Requirement, runners would up an A from there, go back to start, and they'd have those 3 hearts. So essentially Dark Magician is playing any percent.
Yeah, and he might go for a double bomb strat up ahead just for safety, instead of toying around with sorting the Dig Dogger.
And in this category, we don't see the pirouette trick in level 1 that you'd normally see in any percent no up and A, because we're going to have plenty of keys for this category.
Yeah, we get the magical key a little later on. There's also some extra key doors that are walked through to get items, but in the net times or key save in this category versus any percent would be 2 keys. So yeah, you get the
Dark Magician opted not to go for the double bomb strats, and he was able to kill a Dig Dogger with very little trouble. So he is done with level 5 and is still alive.
Yeah, he saved himself a couple menus there. Let's see, in RandomEffekt, he forced a rupee at the top of level 1, so he's set for cash. Takes a nice damage boost down there.
And warping to level 4 in the raft spot, he'll be able to screen scroll his way. Let's see what he's got in mind. He's thinking about what he's got to do next. He's been on the pause screen for quite some time now.
Not good. Be surprised if he didn't know what he was doing here.
Well, either that or I wonder if he had an emergency to attend to. No, who knows. But in any event, RandomEffekt here bombing down this Aquamentus. Well played. Well, he might have forgotten the route. It's always a possibility. And he'll get his Triforce out of level 1. RE finished with 1.
It'd be funny if he forgot the route, because this is one of the sections where he improved a route, at least temporarily. So RandomEffekt's gonna clip across over to the graveyard area here, hit up the arrow shop. We'll see if he does the clip around the P-hat or waits for it.
Yeah, this is where the wooden arrow shop is here behind that door. He'll also get his power bracelet as well. And Dark Magician opting to do the pirouette trick here in level 1. He might be short a key.
I like the trick RandomEffekt used there is a good one. Just you've got extra bombs, just get that Armos off the screen. Just touch it, drop a bomb, it blows up instantly.
Yep, that's right, because Armos have 3 HP, so 1 bomb would do the trick, and RandomEffekt has enough hearts. That'll entitle him to pick up the magical sword, which will do 4 HP of damage, which will come very handily in level 6 coming up. Nice
yeah,
bomb
it's
drop.
really nice to have in 6.
Yeah.
Without this, 6 is a lot of trouble. Just imagine, he had to cross over this screen south of level 6 and then backtrack to get here. So you'd think maybe he could avoid that backtrack by getting the sword afterward, but oh no. No, sir. You don't want to skip a magical sword before going into 6.
No, not at all, because orange Wizrobes have 4 HP and blue Wizrobes have 10 HP, and they pack quite a punch, because when you touch the body of an orange Wizrobe, it does 1 heart of damage. But if you get hit by their beams, you lose 4 hearts, and blue Wizrobes do 2 hearts of damage regardless of its body or its beam. RandomEffekt going to use these bombs here on this first magical breakfast room. gets a bomb drop from the orange Wizrobe there, and just has the pancakes left to go. He is done with that room.
Yeah, that bomb refill, I think, means that he'll be dropping a lot more bombs when he's getting the rod up ahead here. And here's a room that's really tricky. It's going to plow his way to the top. Oh, this is... Yeah.
Ooh, takes a lot of damage there in that room, trying to get through that locked door. Those blue Wizrobes getting in the way there. Does get a heart drop from the Zol. Very fortunate. There are 2 hearts in the 10-count cycle of those Zols. And another heart drop from the orange Wizrobe there. So a lot of heart drops here, man. RandomEffekt, as much damage as he's taken, has been very fortunate on his globals.
Yeah, it looked like the 5 heart from the orange Wizrobe and the 6-7 from 2 blues. Very nice.
Yeah, the orange Wizrobes are in the bomb-dropping group. The blue Wizrobes are in the group that we affectionately like to call the garbage-dropping group, which is kind of a combination of hearts, single rupees, and there's 1 fairy in that group.
Yeah, and the drop rate's kind of low, too.
Alright, so RandomEffekt in the fire room here. Does not get a bomb drop, but does get more hearts, right? Dark Magician on his way to level 6 and the Magical Sword as well. He'll pick up his Power Bracelet, but does take damage from that Armos, and not having beams going into level 6, that is tricky. Nice screen scrolling there, though. RandomEffekt completes that second magical breakfast room, and he's got his arrows equipped for the Goma fight coming up in just a moment.
And that will be the last key that RandomEffekt needs to pick up in the run.
And RandomEffekt, let's see how he does against Goma. He gets the perfect pattern, no trouble at all, and level 6 is done now for RandomEffekt as Dark Magician picks up his Magical Sword. No firing squad from the Lionels there, though one of the blue Lionels thought about it at the very end. Dark Magician's now on his way into level 6.
Here's a strat where RandomEffekt's going to plow his way out through those P hats.
Look at
a bit of an
that
unfortunate
break.
pattern.
Well, he did get a break, and now Sprite is... Wow! But he does get the fairy, but Sprite doing her best to evade Link, because one thing I like to say, Yunos, is in this game, Sprite likes to go away from you and take you into harm's way. But in Zelda 2, she likes to follow Link, and she's just a pain in the rear end.
A little bit more collection going on here for RandomEffekt. He's got to get this heart container, 100 secret, and then we'll see him get into the HUD, the area that displays the hearts and your resources.
It's a pretty swag clip, to say the least. Yeah, you bet.
It's swag. It saves a good amount of time. It's really neat. The HUD area mirrors the top 4 or 5 rows on the overworld and shifts them 8 pixels to the left. So he's avoiding obstacles in there that are invisible to him even.
Nice screen scrolling there in the HUD as well. Yeah, he's doing a really good job here, but he'll get out of the HUD now. Dark Magician will collect his wand. He still has a fair amount of health left, and RandomEffekt has entered level 8. So 2 items that you're going to see are the book and the any key. Well, a complete whiff on that bomb there. So RandomEffekt's just going to sword down the manhandler. Wants to save up on his bombs, but taking a lot of damage here.
Yeah, he'll want to be a little bit careful in these blue lagoons coming up. He's got a lot to go in this level.
And RandomEffekt will pick up the book, which people will generally avoid, whether it's randomizer, the actual game, or whatnot, because when it's equipped with the wand, anytime you use the wand and it makes contact with the enemies or the walls, it bursts into flames. And it proves to be more of a hindrance than a help, because even though your enemies can take that extra damage, you also can get hit by your own flames. Plus, it makes doing the sword and wand trick against Patras that much more difficult.
Yeah, the the fires really block you out from where you want to be.
Absolutely. Well, the second item in level 8, the magical key, much more useful because means you have all the keys in the world and you don't have to worry about being key blocked in dungeons for the rest of the game. As Dark Magician takes down Goma, gets a fairy, so his refill is going to be quite low, so well played there for Dark Magician in this level 6.
It's good. Here we got Random Effekt going into Blue Lagoon to get some bomb damage as well as opening that necessary wall.
And what makes the Blue Lagoons annoying, in addition to the fact that you have all these blue dart nuts and these turret statues that make this room go very slowly, and I like RandomEffekt's decision there of leaving that blue dart nut behind. The reason is, in case he takes a death there, that room is locked in place, so if he were to take a death, RandomEffekt can't quite get the one cycle on the blue Goma there. I think he got the unfortunate pattern of him going right.
Yeah, that's the most difficult pattern. It can be done in one cycle, but it's tough, and without having practiced the strats for it, you shouldn't expect to hit it.
Nice, getting a fairy drop from that blue dart nut, able to clip his way through, and he'll pick up his magical key right there. So now he's got plenty of health to finish off that final blue dart nut. He's in good shape.
Yeah, not doing too bad, and his bombs are just enough. He doesn't have to get any more bomb drops.
Yeah, that's right, because you need one bomb to clear the room to get to the four-headed Gliok. Again, just one blue dart nut to take down, and it's not a problem. And he gets another fairy drop. Man, the rich getting richer here. Nice HUD clip there for Dark Magician. Now he just needs to work his way back down, which he does, and he'll be on his way to level 8 himself. Using the arrows not only to collect money, but getting a couple of heart drops from those Poles' voices as well, so very nicely done.
Yeah, I like that the arrows are out there from having killed the Goma. It means that you can get through that room, you don't have to stab through and wait, you don't have to deal with lag. Nice kill there for RandomEffekt, just gets in the middle and finishes it fast and picks up that heart container. Yeah, but you can get rid of some lag and get rid of some annoying enemies and get some heart refills out of it, which are worth 2/3 of a second apiece.
And that was really fast, that Gliok fight there. And of course, having the magical sword helps as well, because instead of 10 hits for the first head and 6 for all subsequent heads, it's 3 hits for the first head and 2 for all subsequent heads. RandomEffekt will purchase the expensive bait. There are more of those shops than the cheap bait. It's 100 rupees for that, 60 for the cheap bait, but the only you can find the cheap bait is where you can buy the blue ring on that Armo screen, which is where level 2 would be in second quest.
Yeah, and it's a little bit out of the way with the current routing for the category. So, we just go ahead and get 40 extra rupees and get a more convenient shopping location.
Absolutely. RandomEffekt will burn down this bush here in the Dead Woods, get his 100 rupee secret, get his recorder ready to drain the lake, and enter level 7. Dark Magician is in the second Blue Lagoon room, and he's going to try and take him down. Going to use bombs in the process. Ooh, nice. Gets a fairy drop from that blue dart nut. He'll just leave the room the way it is. Skirt past this manhandler, and he'll be on his way to get his magical key. He's got a problem. No, does not got a problem. Also gets the right side pattern on Goma, so he can't get the one cycle either.
Gets it on the second cycle as well, so that's good. RandomEffekt gets a free menu to the boomerang by using his last bomb to open the last wall that he needed.
Yep, and he'll get his second bomb upgrade. That'll give him a whopping 16 bombs to deal with level 7, and Dark Magician picks up his magical key. Right now, the way RandomEffekt's been playing, he appears to be in the driver's seat. It would take getting wall mastered here in level 7 for Dark Magician to have any shot at a comeback.
He's having fun with that boomerang.
Oh, absolutely. Probably to the dismay of TGE if he was in chat, but to the delight of Fury SK.
I just think that the boomerang, whichever one it is a really fun item, and I wish it had more practical use in speedrunning. It does in swordless.
Yeah, it's one of those underrated items that is very much underappreciated, but it can bail you out, and they're also very useful in stunning the segments of dig doggers.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool trick. You wouldn't think that you could stun a boss, but nope, you can. And the boomerang is actually kind of an essential item in blindfolded play, using it as an echolocation device.
Oh yeah, nice. All right, here is the Gleeok fight for Dark Magician, and you lose 1 heart every time you get hit by their fireballs, but it's just 1 head left to go, and he get. Oh, that was close. He was almost playing any percent there. That's where the muscle memory was kicking in for Dark Magician. He almost left it behind because that's what you normally do.
Yeah, and chasing that fairy into the door, kind of like it just steered him into it.
Sprite likes to troll players in this game. It's like RandomEffekt having a little bit of menuing issue there on that bomb, and nice kill with the magical sword there to take down that dig dogger.
So nice. DM's trying to do this trick. He doesn't have the right perimeter response for it, though. Like we were saying, how the wand in the book creates that fire when you contact an enemy with the beam. There was a cool trick that I accidentally kind of realized that you can wand and sword and do 6 damage in this case, so it takes out an entire Gleeok head, and then if you come onto this screen, you don't have to switch to the candle. You can continue to open that bush with the wand fire.
RandomEffekt had no trouble in that reverse C room and gets a clock drop that will freeze the enemies in place, but he doesn't even need that clock, and now he's just got 1 more Aqua Mentis to take care of, and he is done with level 7. He's got the maximum 16 hearts. He's ready to go into level 9.
Yeah, random's a solid 3+ minutes ahead at this point, I think.
Yeah, it would take an unfortunate death, like towards the end of level 9, for Dark Magician to have a shot, and even then, the lead might just be too big. Now, one thing, because the runners have the magical boomerang, all Gorillaz will shoot a blue boomerang, but that is purely cosmetic. It does the same range as the wooden boomerang.
And Dark Magician showing the bomb upgrade man his boomerang.
You said it, not me. Oh, nice dodge of the Lionel beam there from RandomEffekt, so he keeps all his health intact.
A little bit of Sidewinder action. This is the best part. Throw the boomerang down the hall.
Oh, very nice. And RandomEffekt will have his beams going into level 9 with name. He's looking pretty good.
Dark Magician there for a minute. He was moving against that top wall, looking like Saver doing blindfolded. Kind of
Crystal
hugging,
Saver.
wiggling left.
Tell you what, Crystal Saver, an absolutely amazing runner of all Zelda games, and he can play the games blindfolded. He's one of the best in the business when it comes to Zelda randomizer. Pretty good at the vanilla game in his own right, but guy is amazing at what he does. I'll tell you what, it's going to be weird not seeing him in the championship of the Zelda randomizer. He did get eliminated about a week ago, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's too bad, but he's had a really good run. Somebody else will just have to show us how it's done this time.
Yep, and we're down to the final 4 in that all boards, no swords tournament, and because we still have Adaginos, who has already punched a ticket into the Grand Championship, and we still have the creator himself and Fred Coughlin, and we have Fury SK and Antlers as RandomEffekt gets his jewelry, the red ring, which will quadruple his defense. Dark Magician now in the Dig Dogger room uses 1 bomb. He's going to go for the double bomb strats here and gets a fairy drop to get his beam sword back. Very nice.
Yeah, this is going to be a time saver getting to Aqua Menace with a beam magical sword.
RandomEffekt still has plenty of health, and have that red ring is really going to come in handy, because instead of taking 4 hearts of damage, you lose only 1 heart when you get hit by an orange wizard beam, or if you get hugged by Ganon.
Let's see the strats he employs here. There's a good strat to drop a bomb on the right block here to do a lot of damage. Goes for it. Doing 2 bombs. Nice, fast clear.
That was a very fast clear there for RandomEffekt. Dark Magician getting a bomb drop, but does lose his beam sword, but no matter. That was a very nice level 7 for Dark Magician. A very low refill for him. He'll be able to go into level 9 now himself. Meanwhile, RandomEffekt is closing in on Patra 2. There's actually 4 Patras, so I guess we can call the Patra that guards the red ring Patra 4. Here's Patra 2, as we normally call it. Oh, missing the clip there, so he's going to get hit there. But luckily with the red ring, he's only going to lose half a heart, not 2 hearts.
Yeah, it's good that he got back in. The real thing about 100% isn't the damage you take from Patra 2 miss, it's just not being able to get back in that hole at all. Nice block.
The rich continue to get richer as RandomEffekt gets a clock drop. Now he doesn't have to worry about getting hit by these blue whiz robes, which is a little bit slower, but hey, he doesn't take any damage. He's in really good shape. He's definitely in the catbird seat for this game 1.
The blue wizrobe formation in that room in 100% is horrible, so having a clock there really helps. They just don't group up. You end up, you can't get a quick kill on it. We haven't figured it out yet, at least.
Well, I'm sure one of these days somebody will figure it out, and then we're going to see that world record get shattered one more time. Because I tell you what, in fact, in spite of the fact that this game's been around for 33 years, we continue to find faster and faster strats. You would think the game's optimized, and guess what? Still isn't, because there's a lot of tricks I don't think we've learned yet.
It's also a long game with a lot of RNG, and you can really route in to make it a route to make it a lot more difficult, but a little bit faster. So higher risk, high reward strats that we don't usually go for.
Here's the final required Wizrobe room for RandomEffekt. Takes down all of the blue Wizrobes, but those orange Wizrobes were a little bit scattered, so he couldn't get them both in on the same cycle. But nonetheless, a clean room there for RandomEffekt. Just has one more Wizrobe room to deal with, but doesn't have to kill the enemies. He'll just take the boost off of the spike traps rather than getting hit by the orange Wizrobe. One more block clip, one more Patra, and a Ganon away, and RandomEffekt will take a 1-0 lead in this match.
Now let's see him go. Gets inside this Patra here.
Yeah, Patra really trolling Dark Magician here. He's down to 6 hearts, so he's going to have to be careful here. Who now down to 2 hearts. One more hit. Oh, no! Dark Magician takes a death there. Here's Ganon. Looking for 4 hits with the magical sword here, and we've got some crispy bacon. Gets the perfect pattern here. Down goes Ganon. We've got bacon. RandomEffekt gets the Triforce of Power, and get your GGs out for RandomEffekt. He has won game number 1.
Yeah, with a finish time in SRL, 37:31. That's a very solid 100% race time.
That's an excellent time there. I think anytime you're sub 38ing and 100% there, you're doing some pretty good things there. That was a very clean race there for RandomEffekt. And Dark Magician, he didn't play too badly. I just think RandomEffekt played better. I mean, that's about all I can say about that.
Yeah, Dark Magician had that level 3 issue that really just cost him a lot in the beginning, minute or more.
Yeah, level 3 didn't cooperate with the bombs there. Even though he got the bullseye and manhandle, he didn't get a bomb drop because it was right through the nose. I always like to compare the manhandle fight to bowling, because in bowling, when you want to get a strike, you want the ball to be in the pocket. You don't want it to be through the nose, otherwise you leave the big 4 split. Well, it's the same thing with the manhandler. If you get the bomb into the pocket where you can take down a manhandle like a bullseye, you're going to get that bomb drop. But if it's through the nose, no bomb.
I wonder if DM does not want to unpause here. He's about to die if he's unable to sword perfectly. He's going to go ahead and he's going to throw in the towel and get ready for the next race here.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that. That'd be a nice to be continued screen right there. I'd love it. But yeah, get your GGs out for Dark Magician. He played really, really well, but level 9, being the great equalizer as it is, just Patra 4 did a lot of damage to him, and that ended his run.
Oh, wow. Drone? Was that Drone and Dunlow?
Yeah, that's correct. That's the other race that's happening on Speed Gaming 4 in progress between RC Drone and Mr. Dunlow.
They went for Drone went for swordless in his first pick. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting indeed.
We haven't seen many people do that. I'd say by many, maybe few to none.
That's also a round of 16 battle. The winner moves on against Cantaloupe Me for that one. That should be very exciting.
All right. We'll get set up for the next race here. I think we have to take a brief pause before we do that.